Hey everyone, Steve here from My Crypto World. Welcome back to today's episode. Well, it hasn't been a great news week this week, so not too many articles going around. We're going to cover off two articles though, relating to a $20 trillion market cap and the fact that there are a lot of big players in the crypto space right now. So that should be good news to all you investors and traders out there. We'll cover those stories off right after this. Okay, so our two news articles today talk about, one of them's talking about the experts predict a 20 trillion crypto market surge, which would include Shiba Inu and Cardano and Doge, depends on how you say that. The article goes on to say that the Coinbase, which is the US largest cryptocurrency exchange, announced last week with a partnership with BlackRock. Now, we spoke about the BlackRock partnership about a week ago. The biggest asset manager in the world, to bring Bitcoin to institutional investors on a large scale. So it's kind of the same story we covered last week, but with just a little bit more insight from Coinbase. This news represents a significant leap forward in Bitcoin's institutional adoption. It prompted a flood of bold calls. 10T founder Dan Tapiro predicted that BlackRock would open the floodgates to capital into crypto and push it into the seven figures. 5% shift in BlackRock assets exceeds today's Bitcoin valuation today. He tweeted that a catalyst is emerging for the path towards a $250,000 plus Bitcoin. So really interesting. The big part of that is that only a 5% shift in BlackRock assets will exceed today's Bitcoin valuation. So BlackRock don't have to do a great deal of investing. A 5% move would secure quite a lot of crypto and Bitcoin for their clients. But let's see where that goes. It's all good to see it in the news, but we actually want to, as investors and traders, you want to see that actual action happen, and that's what we're all waiting for at the moment. The article does go on to say that Coinbase will allow BlackRock's Aladdin clients direct access to Bitcoin, and most institutional investors will now be able to trade, hold, and broker actual cryptocurrency for the first time. Aladdin, BlackRock flagship platform for asset management, serves as a dashboard for some of the larger fund managers around the globe. It's managed a staggering 21.6 trillion in assets, or 7% of the total global assets as of 2020. The positive news about Bitcoin shows that it has the potential to be a legitimate alternative asset class. Institutional portfolios, sorry everyone, my phone's going off, should consider a meaningful allocation. However, it would be foolish to assume that trillions of institutional funds will pour into crypto overnight, and we agree that won't happen. I think a lot of things, even though BlackRock are gearing up to do this, they're probably going to want to see a little bit more legitimacy when it comes to what am I trying to say here? Legitimacy when it comes to compliance and oversight from other government institutions. Although institutions theoretically have the ability to deploy this money, it's not possible due to legal and reputational risk. Most fund managers won't spend a lot on Bitcoin until crypto is regulated. That's exactly what I was trying to say just then. So interesting article. I'll leave a link to the description of this in the below comments. So if you want to go and have a read of this yourself, you're more than welcome to. The other article that came out was that Samsung has been revealed as the most active investor in the blockchain since September. The Korean tech giant participating in 13 funding rounds for companies including Yuga Labs, Amoka Brands, and Sky Mavis. The South Korean tech giant Samsung has been identified as the most active investor in the blockchain-related companies participating in 13 funding rounds between September 21 and June 2022. So they're throwing a lot of money into this space, which is really good for us. In a blog published by Block Data, which was updated on Wednesday, the tech company was revered to have participated in funding rounds for 13 companies. The corporation is likely to have done most of its investing efforts through Samsung Next, a multifaceted innovation group with Samsung Electronics, invested in blockchain, artificial intelligence, and the metaverse. So a pretty big player to be pushing into this space at the moment, which is great. The post, however, does not detail how much the tech corporation invested in each of the blockchain companies, noting only that the total size of the funding rounds for the 13 companies aggregated to just under $1 trillion, 979 million to be exact. The block data estimates that the top 40 corporations invested approximately $6 billion into blockchain startups between September 2021 and June 2022. Now, it's got a snapshot here of what they've invested in, and I've blown that up for you on another screen. So you can see Google's Alphabet has invested into Fireblocks, Dapper Labs, Voltage. I don't know if that's too big for you to screen. It's just a little bit, I think the resolution on that's not too great. BlackRock, we've already spoken about them in the last article, but we've spoken also about what they've invested in the past. Samsung's a big one. The one they haven't put on there, obviously, is Theta. They're also a big investor in the Theta network. So there's obviously, I think they said there was 19 crypto projects Samsung invested in. What have they listed there? That's 3, 6, 9, 12. You've got 13 there. So there's probably another half a dozen or so that are missing from that article. Goldman Sachs and BY, I don't know who BNY Mellon is. PayPal, Microsoft, Commonwealth Bank, so that's an Australian bank out here. Prosperous, Citibank, and Wells Fargo. The list goes on. American Express are in there as well. So again, if you're a small-time investor and trader, it's good news for you, or it should be good news for you, knowing that they're actually a big backers of the cryptocurrency and blockchain space at the moment out in the world. So, and that'll probably continue to rise, as we said in our last article, with BlackRock coming on board and Coinbase issuing their news press release regarding what the effect of that will be to the crypto space. That's it for today's articles. Hasn't been a great news week this week, but we will continue to soldier on, and we'll be back in a couple of days with more articles to discuss. Until then, take care of yourself and each other. See you soon.